Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I know I've been gone a while, but as you can see, or maybe not, we are now filming in 1080p with 60 frames a second. That's right, I've updated my computer, and as you can hear with my microphone, new microphone, everything, just, yeah, total upgrade. So, yeah, I figured I'd start from the beginning. Just go back to level 1 and we'll just do level 1 again. Since I first did this episode, what's happened is the invasion patch has come out. And there will be a new patch coming out soon, but that's for a new level, so won't need to redo this level. But yeah, so I'm going to try and provide more tips and tricks this time around. Now, as you'll see here, what I'm trying to do is not destroy certain blocks. So I got rid of all the gravestones. That's the first thing you do. You do it during the day because that way skeletons don't spawn. Even though it's on easy, you don't want your dwarves to be asleep. So as you'll see, I'm leaving these 3 blocks. It's a 3 tile high wall. Now, because they spawned when the map spawned, the monsters won't target them. They'll consider them unpassable, or impassable, either way. And I've done the same on the other side, but I've only done 2 blocks deep. So that'll protect me for pretty much, well, until giant orcs. I can't remember what they're called. Giants. Yeah, until giant throwers. Yeah, until they spawn. I'm doing my same setup. 13 blocks wide. Oh, 13 blocks in each direction. That lets me put 3 construction facilities and enough lighting to boost the comfort of my home. Realistically, end game, you could do 11. One light at the start, one light at the end, because the lighting at the end of the game stretches 7 tiles wide, so that should extend enough to easily do or actually, no, you could do it with, yeah, you could do it 10 wide, yeah. Just 1 block in the middle, and then have a light there, and you'll be right. But that's not what I'm doing. But yeah, now, because that's the first time I've ever thought about that. The min-maxing on how to place a light bulb. But yeah, that is probably the best way to do it. Is to do 10 tiles wide, place 1 light right in the middle, and 1 construction facility towards the ladder and 2 on the outside. That's probably the best way. So now that we're on the second night, what you'll see I'm doing is I'm hunting sheep, because it takes a whole day. It takes over 24 hours in game for sheep to grow their wool. So you got to wait until that happens, and usually there's 2 sheep somewhere. You just got to find them, and if you can, kill boars, because you need a roughly 30 or 40. I gotta quickly. Okay, goblins have spawned, so I got on my weaponry, got on my armor. It's on easy, so they're pretty much pushovers. Just make sure they're all dead. Kill that sheep while I'm at it. Their ladders will disappear, so it's they're not as dangerous as level 4 goblins, because their ladders don't disappear. You got to destroy them. But also another thing, I'm recycling the hats. So when I make a wooden hat or whatever they're made out of wood. but just a simple hat. You recycle the hat that used to be on the dwarf because you can get a lot of things. You can get fabric, which is really hard to make. You can get wool, which obviously you really need early game and mid game. Um, and yeah, another thing I'm doing is obviously slime. So you need to kill snails. So roughly on level 1 you need about 100 slime, maybe 200, depends on, because the map is really small. That's for infinite food. Like you'll have infinite food with that. So yeah, that's it for the beginning of the game, and I'm just gonna build out my base here, and then I'll start working on getting some minerals and all that stuff. And yeah, I will be opening a lot of chests, Pandora's chests. I actually came across some new stuff that actually happens, so yeah, can't wait to see that. So another thing I'm doing, I'm just making my backpacks now. So you always focus on your backpacks as soon as you get the upgrade, because it increases everything, your speed, all that nonsense. I've got a dwarf stuck over here. I had to chop down some trees. But what I'm doing is I'm not putting any lamps in yet. The reason for that is because I want vines to grow so I can farm some leaves and snails. Leaves and snails will not spawn unless there is a back block. I think they're the only two things in the game that work that way. Spiderwebs don't work that way. Minerals don't work that way. So yeah, leaves and snails. They need a backboard, but now that I've got enough, you only need roughly 30 or 40. Just enough to make a couple of beds and to make your armor. And then, yeah, it just speeds up the process if you just leave the back blocks in for now. You won't get to your 10 gold. If you're looking to get to a hero really quickly, you're not going to do that doing this way, because you gotta chop down trees and you gotta do all these other things. And another thing here I'm doing is I'm grabbing all the achievement banners, putting them in to increase my comfort level, so that I can stop rats from spawning. And obviously I don't have enough for a hero, but yeah, you can see I use 4 torches. So that's why it's 13 wide, because it's 9 for the construction tables and 4 for the torches. But once you reach the end of the game, you only need 1 torch, because the torch, it'll reach 7 wide. So it'll cover an area of 15. Which means you could probably put more construction tables in there. 4. You could put 4 in. Unfortunately, you can't put 5. But yeah. Okay, so here's the first attack wave. And as you'll see, the monsters get stuck in this, like, it's basically a moat. I try to attack them, but now that they're all clustered like that, I can't really do anything. Not that I could have anyway. Like, behemoths, I think that's what they're called. The big green things. Teal things, whatever. They're a bit too strong for me at this level with the armor I got. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave him there for now and just forget the experience. You do get a lot of experience for clearing up a wave, but I don't really care about that at the moment. I'm just trying to stay alive. I don't want to lose a dwarf. Slow my progress down. So the UFO has crashed. It crashes at level 6. And I still haven't opened Pandora's box. So I've decided to get the Pandora's box, and I'm going to be doing that throughout the whole. So map of deposits found, that just shows me where a lot of iron ore is, and coal. It's not really useful. basically does the same thing. I'm going to get quite a hard hero first. If I wanted, I should have got Novolds because he's a cheap hero to make, whereas Barry is a lot harder to make. You need an iron bar, a lantern, and yeah, he's just really expensive. So all Volds would have definitely been the cheaper option there. And he does a lot more damage. He can help. He could clear a whole wave by himself with his 50% healing ability. If you haven't seen my video on that, I'm actually going to redo it because it went for an hour and it was just too much information in one video. So I thought I'd split it up into a different couple of videos. You know, one about heroes, and then I found out there's a new type of dwarf, and you'll see it in this episode. I don't know if it was introduced recently or what. It's just, yeah, I've never seen it before. As you can see, this is unlike any of my other playthroughs because I put food down early in the game. I usually don't put food down this early. No, in fact, I never do. I usually wait because, yeah, I just don't think it's important early in the game, even though it does increase the happiness of your dwarves and the production speed, and you know, they don't get distracted and go, oh, I'm hungry, I'm not going to work. You know, like they don't. You know, they do that, but yeah, I mean, with this new food, the blueberry, it's a lot easier to get food now because you got pine cones, you got blueberries, you got yeah, you can make salads. You know, it's just without a fire. Well, I got a fireplace, so and then on top of that, you can make steak. So I mean, yeah, and it's just a lot more efficient. That blueberries really do help out in making food now. Okay, so we just found iron ore. We need more trees, so also we need to keep an eye on the sheep, keep an eye on our leather, and here's some more trees here. So just stock up on trees, get this iron ore. 1 or 2 dwarves will come down here and work. The rest of them, I've only got 7. I'll have 8 in a second, but they'll go out, kill these, and get the crops as well. If you ever see those crops, just farm them throughout the game. You know, like you are with looking for sheep. You know, like, oh, I should farm that. You know, you can replant it if you want, but yeah, be careful around the ent of if you've got the bosses mod. And this is where I realised that there's an issue with my game file. When you, because this is a new computer, when you do that, when you install a new computer, obviously, there's an issue that happens pretty much 90% of the time. Your dwarves will have no skills and they'll forget what their names are, and it's just, yeah, that no one knows what causes it. The developers don't know what causes it. The best way to fix it is, I'll just quickly insert how to fix it here. Okay, so how to quickly fix this: go into Craft the World. In your list here, you'll have it here, Properties, Installed Files, Verify Integrity of Game Files. Verify integrity, and there you go, that should fix the issue. So yeah, that's for anyone who didn't know how to do that. Okay, so as you can see here, I've added the miner ability. They still don't know who they are, but they will from now on. So if I get a new dwarf, they will know. And as you saw really quickly, I added an ability, a mage ability. I'm going to go mages this time, because it's easy mode. Mages are the strongest. Unfortunately, with the Alien DLC pack, we didn't get anything endgame for mages, which is kind of crap. We got guns and we got swords, but we didn't get any, like it would have been a great idea to add bloody lightsabers. I know there's a Star Wars mod out there, and I have done a video on that, but it was such a good opportunity with this alien invasion to add lightsabers, and they didn't choose to do that, which I think is a missed opportunity. So we're just going to continue farming along this path, get all the way to the end, because it's a short distance. We'll get a lot of gold coins, we'll get a lot of ore, and we can progress through the game. We're collecting water, we'll get our forge up and running. And like I said, I like to stick with 3 progress buildings, 3 forges, 3 workbenches, 3 everything. So I've only got 2 at the moment because I didn't make enough water buckets. Now I don't know how water buckets work, but apparently they can only carry as much as you've got early on in the game. Later in the game, it's like they don't even care, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm manually controlling this dwarf because I didn't want that sand to fall. And obviously you can't reach these tiles above the dwarfs here, so I'm doing this manually. Keep it neat, nice and neat. And now we've got to upgrade the well, we will be able to upgrade to the iron side of things, and then after that it'll be steel. So the attack wave 2 has happened, and we've survived that. They couldn't even get to my blockade, so I got a sheep out of it, or at least I think I did. I made a lot of glass. You should always make at least 40 to 50 glass when you first get it, because you need vials to make oil, and oil is very useful for lanterns, which increases the comfort in your home. It also makes you able to make quite a few things like wizard staffs, if you want to go in that direction. I suggest you do, because wool is, I mean, archery does do more damage, but later in the game, if you want mage armor, because what mage armor does is it increases the mage stat. So that's why it's so good, and I've said it before, I reckon mage armor is one of the most overpowered things in the game, to the point where I'll wear it over mithril armor. And as you can see, now that I've got the iron pickaxe, I'm just flying through this level 1 dirt. And yeah, so I'll just let them pick everything up, get rid of that nest so that they stop eating my food. I think I'm 1 tech tree away from pets. So yeah, make some oil, make some lanterns. We're gonna make some beds. This is the big bit here where we're gonna, I think we're gonna open up our base here and actually build it up, because I like my beds to be close to the spawn. But we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna open up another Pandora's boss, and we got general health, so that wasn't worth stopping the video. But anyway, we got our first hero. Well, we got the building for it anyway. Yeah, got to kill that sheep too. Need that water, but yeah, get the sheep. The sheep's the most important thing. And now the Pandora's box has opened this area up, so I gotta dig it back in. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, so having said what I said, okay, so more goblins have spawned. Now, I'm going to equip them with steel clubs. Now, the reason I do that over the wooden staffs is because they deal more damage. It's just output raw. The game's on easy mode. You just want to kill them. Like, I know when I say that mages are really good, that people are like, oh, but swords are really strong and some of the guns are some of the best in the game. Well, the fire staff, the whip staff, fire whip staff, is, I'm pretty sure it's the strongest weapon in the game for AoE damage. And it's also fun to use. So, if you can get to that, yeah, use it. But the problem is, early in the game, mage weaponry is just lackluster. Like the first staff does 10 damage, the second staff only does 15, the third staff does 20, but it jumps to one target, and the mithril staff that jumps to two targets, and it does what 30. So they're really garbage. The whip staff is where it's at. That's the staff you want, and that's one of my biggest gripes with this alien content that they introduced. This is just me building my base. I cannot believe that they missed the opportunity to add like lightsabers or something, some kind of staff for the alien invasion, like crystals and stuff like that, radioactive material. They could have done so much, but they decided not to. It's just really disappointing. And I have nothing against the company, the developers, because like they have really good ideas. Like they're working their asses off right now to provide a really good idea, which is like, we're going like Aztec type design with the trees, and it reminds me of the level in Lemmings where you can dig through the trees and it just looks really cool, and you can go underground, and yeah, I think that's going to be really cool, and the game's going to have its own little features. But yeah, I just thought with this alien content, why is there no staff? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So now I'm adding my pets. Got my pets. Always need your pets as soon as you get them. They come in the Sisters DLC, Sister in Arms DLC. It's one of the cheaper DLCs. It makes up for the fact that the women are actually, they're weaker, they're faster, they move faster than the male dwarves, but they've got 200 HP less. So I also covered that in my Everything You Need to Know video. But I will be, like I said, I will be doing another version of that. So this is me building my first story house. I only do 2 stories like this. You can do a third story, but the only reason to do that is to put wine kegs in, and you don't need that many wine kegs. Like, you only really need about 10. I actually ran into a issue in this map, this playthrough, where my wine kept disappearing, and I think it had something to do with the automatic tables. Now, you can see I got 4 doors. The reason I go with 4 doors is, one, added extra protection in case the front door breaks. 2, if I decide to go archery, then they can shoot through. Because if you have only a 1 tile high door, archers can't shoot through that. They don't do what they did in the early builds of this game, and that's walk straight up to the door and fire the arrow. They need to be like 3 or 4 blocks away from the enemy to fire, and when something's beaten on the door, they can't exactly do that, so they miss more than the actual mischance of the item they're holding, which is just nuts. So we're making our beds here. We make 12. The reason for that is because 12 fits perfectly into our design here. Get rid of all this, and then we're going to build 14 tables, and we're going to dig this area out here because that's where our statues are going to go. Now, I screwed up here by putting one of the statues in the worst spot. I may as well just skip to where that happens. Okay, so I put the statue right there. Now, you shouldn't do that. I know what the idea was, it's in between the 2 torches. Not the torch, the lanterns. But those ladders are now the only way for them. I can't replace those ladders. If I destroy those ladders, I will not be able to build anything on that wall. So that statue has basically ruined that design there. So when I upgrade my ladders, I won't be able to put anything there. Which I actually do, and I totally forgot that that's a thing, because I haven't played this game in like 5 months. So, well, I have played it earlier than that. I was working on episodes, but had computer trouble and it died, and now I upgraded my computer, so... Well, I didn't upgrade my computer, I got a new one. So, that's why the video quality is so much better. We're gonna go with Alvards, which just blows my mind that and now I make the same mistake twice. When I eventually put the statue in. Whenever that is, but I'm just digging the land out here. I think it's right here. I don't know. We'll just skip to it then. So here I make the mistake. I built my statue and I place it right over that ladder. Just put it out of the way. Give it 6 blocks to breathe, and then give the other one 6 blocks to breathe. And by the time you got about 4 statues, you got enough room. And then you got the end game stuff, and then you can put them all in. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to set it up so that the monsters won't dig. And I'm not destroying the camp because I can't really handle the dragon right now. Well, actually that's the first camp, so I could probably destroy that one. I could definitely destroy that one, sorry. Yeah, so just getting through the tech trees. Did some fishing, got that achievement. Right, so I need 14 tables, because that fits in with my design. And just making stuff to get through that. You can go libraries. I usually don't go libraries early in the game, because they're a bit of an investment in terms of water, coal, and you just don't have a lot of that early in the game. You have enough of it to do what I'm doing, but you don't have enough of it to also do libraries, which can, really screw you over. But it is faster, so I probably should look into it. If someone was going to speed run this all the way to the end of the tech tree, it would be the faster route. So, yeah. Now, those blocks that I built there, the objective... Oh, sorry, we're getting mage armor now. So, we want to make as much mage armor as we can. I'm making 1 extra. And there's no sheep around, so we can't... We've got enough boots, we've got enough hats, but we don't have enough for the chest armor. So I may as well just equip everyone so we can get some mana regeneration going. And may as well equip a staff. I'm not sure if mage armor increases the damage you deal. But I definitely know that it increases your ability when you have the mage skill. I want them to kill that sheep more than I want them to kill that, but yeah. So I got that scroll of ancient knowledge found. So that actually screws you up. You actually cannot complete the tech tree doing that. So if you're... Here's just a little bit of advice. If you're trying to do the Steam achievements, and let's say you're trying to do the unlock every tech tree, that actually doesn't count. The Pandora's box unlocking it. It's a bug, and it's a well-known bug. So yeah, because you have to... The diary will always show that you have never finished that. So now I'm just digging down here. I want more iron ore and more coal. And the best place to get that is on the early levels. So we're going to do that, and we've got some mana regeneration now. And that guy doesn't have a bloody pickaxe. I should probably fix that. There we go. Oh, that's why I'm not, because I've upgraded to steel ingots, and we can make some steel pickaxes. So we'll get those up and running, and then we'll be even faster at mining. May as well do 3 levels at a time here. Get this guy to do it all. He can one-hit all these blocks, and just get them to pick up after everything. Got to fill all this in, just not to tempt the monsters into. Not that they will, because like I said, they won't destroy pre-generated terrain, but I've seen some shit happen, so it's good to stay away from that. So I've got a little bit of food here. And that alien terrain actually damages you. I think it does like 1% of total health. Or full health. 1% of full health per 5 seconds or something like that. Which, when you're attacking the aliens later in the game, can really do, it really does mount up. It's a massive dot. Yeah. Okay, so we leveled up. We've also got the workshop, so we'll put the workshop in, and the dwarves are starting to get hungry, so let's address that. Missing 1 table. Okay. But yeah, we'll just put some food down, and then everyone will be nice and happy. And we're getting closer and closer to having the right amount to make all my armor. We can make, oh no, we can make 10 right now. So there we go. We got all our armor, and just recycling a few things. We don't need those anymore. Don't need those. Don't need those. I shouldn't have recycled that axe. You need a lot of those axes to make climbing gear. To make one of the heroes needs 2 of them. Yeah. So we should be able to fully equip that, and we can make a lot of these staffs too. So there we go. We got the upgraded staff. Got all of our mage armor. We just need the books to be able to level everyone up. And then we're set. So I think this is the 4th wave. So we're actually going to kill this wave. Now that we've got everything we want. 2 heroes. 1 hero who could pretty much solo this. See, what Olvalds does is, that hero, the wolf hero, is when he gets below 50% HP, he'll keep fighting if he's in combat, but as soon as he hits 1 heart, he will stop and regenerate back to 50% HP. Which is, he like stands there and goes to sleep, and he regenerates up to 50%. And it doesn't take long. It's not like Barry Tinkerton. Barry Tinkerton takes ages to regen his HP. I think he has a regen rate of like 0.3 or some shit per 5 seconds. Which, you know, it's just nuts. So he takes, and Barry's got like 7,000 HP, whereas Olvald's only has 3,000 in werewolf form. So we got a prodigal son. Now, I've never had this before. So this is an extra dwarf. He does not count his supply cap. He does not count towards pet amounts. And he specializes in being a warrior and a miller. Now, I think when you get them, because spoiler alert, I get a second one. They're either a warrior, an archer, or a mage. And they'll have a random stat as their secondary stat. So the the biggest thing is you can equip them with anything except armor. So you can give them a shield, because that's not armor. That's a an add-on, like a backpack or something. So you can give them backpacks. I reckon it's a great thing. I reckon it's one of the best rewards you can get from a chest. In fact, I think it is the best reward you can get from a chest. So I'm just making my farm now. This proves more difficult than I can ever imagine. Like, it's just so hard to catch because the sheep go, oh, there's a trap there, so they stop walking and then they turn around. So you need like 3 or 4 traps to catch anything. I've literally had a sheep trapped between 2 traps on 2 tiles, and it would walk back and forward. It would not leave. It just would not get in the cage. So, nah, the AI needs to be fixed on that. They need to be more stupid. Okay, so after you get the alien wreckage, the first thing you should make with that stuff is this. The space transmitter. Don't make anything else, because that's all you will get. You need the space transmitter to get the aliens to come. It's the only thing you need. You make anything else, like a space fabricator, and you basically have to recycle it to get the resources you need to make the space transmitter. So yeah, that's just a warning. Like, another spacecraft will not drop from space. They're all the resources you get. Okay, so we're making the new axes, and now we've got all of these steel pickaxes. So we're just going to equip all those, and as you can see, that new dwarf that we got, that free dwarf, he's able to use a pickaxe, so that's great. And we can let him learn the ability to mine as well, because he only comes with 2 skills, not 3. He's got a spot for one. Now, what I'm going to do now is just level out the land, because it's getting ridiculous. I want more sheep to spawn, I want more trees, so I want it all to be dirt. If you've watched my videos before, you know this is what I do. I don't like the land to be uneven. One thing I should do is, in front of the shop, I should put scaffolding down, so that monsters and my dwarves don't have to walk unevenly across that. But yeah, you don't get many gold coins doing this, so I don't suggest doing this until you're actually ready to defend waves. And you have portals, like at least mage armor, or if you want to buy a generator for 65 gold. Yeah, because you will go through a lot of portals doing this, but yeah, it's just nice, quick, easy, just level out the land. Especially on level 1, it doesn't take long at all. This took me probably 20 minutes to do both sides, and I think I even killed the ant, because you can't destroy the trees around the ant, or it gets angry and it attacks you. So yeah, look at this cheeky little sheep here, walking back and forward. No, doesn't go into either of the traps. So I let him out. Maybe he'll go into that trap. He gets forced into it, so I pressured him into that. So that's what you gotta do. Okay, so this is where I run into my error. I'm starting to dig down now. Take all these ladders out. Shouldn't have taken those 4 ladders out. I'm going to put in these stone ladders because they increase my movement speed or climb speed. And I realised, oh my god, I can't put ladders there. So I'm going to have to use scaffolding. That's the only cure for it. You can't even destroy the statues. I mean, they're permanent. The enemy can, but you can't. So with this area here, there's a lot of clay here. Now, I've said this in other videos, but you should always mine out mines, because you get a lot of planks. But it goes the same with these grottos. You should always mine these out too, because you get a lot of clay, and clay is pretty bloody useful. You can make a lot of bricks with it. It saves you, a lot of water, a lot of coal. um, in not making those bricks. So yeah. Okay, so I only managed to catch one sheep. Now, I read somewhere that sheep will reproduce with just one sheep. The reason it doesn't happen in other playthroughs is because they must be on dirt or grass. They will not do it if they're on stone or anything like that. So yeah, put them on dirt, and then you should be perfectly fine. And now I've got all my string. Should be able to make my backpacks. They're making them now, actually. Yeah. So backpack increases by 2, large backpack. And I got a shield for this fella because I want to protect him. I want to keep that guy alive. He'll be there at the end of this game, this playthrough. I guarantee that. I'm going to make sure I look after him. Okay, so I got up to my 3rd hero. We'll get Monkey King. Even though he's a pain in the butt. But, yeah. He does a lot of damage. And obviously there's an attack wave, so I can't go and get him right now. Build my stone bridges because they're really good to put in defenses on. And there's that large troll, the giant thrower. That's what they're called. Yeah. And they're countered. If you've ever wondered how to counter a giant thrower, a cannonball. Cannonballs do the trick. They fire faster than a giant thrower, and yeah. What the way that they counter them is a giant thrower will pick up a zombie, put it in its backpack, and then launch it at your uh, shelter, and it'll deal quite a lot of damage. So it can break open doors, it can break anything instantly. The way to counter that is to hit it with a cannonball, and the zombie literally falls out of its backpack. So you gotta watch stuff like this. If your dwarves get pushed to the edge of the map, they won't know where to run, and that's how they end up dying. So you gotta watch them when they start running like that. But yeah, so that's how you counter giant throwers, and we're actually cruising along now. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 3 more statues. We've got these 2 that increase melee damage and mining, and then we got Monkey King. So now that they're all set up, we'll get Monkey King here. There we go. Nice. So we got 15 dwarves at the moment. 3 heroes, 1 extra dwarf from the Pandora's box, and we're building libraries at the moment. That's my focus right now. So I got 4. I want to build 15. I think I end up building 18, but yeah. But that's going to be the objective now. I wonder what's in here. Takes them a while. Miner's luck. Okay, so I should actually start digging because it's basically double drops. This is actually the worst way to dig. Or no, not really. I mean, it is timed, Miner's luck. It only lasts for about 3 days. Whereas Midas touch, everything the dwarf touch, every dirt block that the dwarf mines turns to gold. Now with these worms, to get rid of them, you put down a totem. Obviously you've got to kill them first, but to stop them from spawning in that area, because I don't want them spawning on my ladder. Like my ladder specifically, that's what I want to protect. So I don't want him spawning there, so I put down a totem, and that'll get rid of him for good. Like he will not come back as long as that totem is there. And I got this guy here healing me, which is pretty cool. But yeah. Okay. So I've got all my ladders, my climbing gear. Now I want to increase the. I want my dwarves to start increasing their proficiencies. So I needed a couple of mining books and I needed a couple of mage books. So I'm going to collect those. There's another goblin camp which I am keen to take on, but yeah, it can be dangerous. So just trying to, and I only bought enough for the dwarves I have, so I have to be careful not to double up. And there we go. Now they should be leveling up. Making sure to get more string as well in the background. I'm gonna go with that. Uh, uh, whatever, I can't remember, the bricks, the grey bricks. That's going to be my defense. I'm not going to use mortar bricks. Um, and I'm going to build my farm here. So my farm's going to be this long. And it looks like I need about 20 more, 25 more, something like that. So I was just short. I've been farming all game, snails. Um, and I just fell short. So that's alright. Later in the game, in later levels, it's a lot more difficult because you need like 200 if you want to make a good farm. There's a couple of snails there, they should help. But yeah, early in the game it's relatively easy. I mean, you can just buy them from the shop, but ah, you can only get them from two things, and that's the worm that I told you about just before, how to get rid of it. But if he's spawning on top of your ladder, you have to do something about it. You can't have him wrecking your ladder. Um, and the other way is snails. So, yeah. So now we're just digging along, and we come across our first guardian. And, ooh, alright, let's just attack him. Get rid of him. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I actually believe it. And that's for every guardian that you kill, the next one is harder. Um, and that could be a result of the boss's mod, the boss's DLC, because all the bosses that you get in the DLC actually get harder every time you kill them. Like the Ent at the edge of the map, the pirate ship, the Sphinx only comes up once, so you can't. That can't get harder. The Kraken doesn't get harder; it only spawns once. I wish it spawned more than once. That thing rewards you with like 50, 70 coins or something like that. But yeah. So I reckon the Guardians get harder. Like there's 5 of them. I reckon you kill one, the second one's twice as hard, third one's 4 times as hard. You know, that's just something I believe because it seems to look that way when it because he was easy, and the next one is just a little bit harder, and then the next one's just a little bit harder than that. Yeah. Just to show you a little trick, if you ever come across these guys, just do that. Just a little step back, and then run through them, and they'll just run off. And your dwarves that are mining a little bit further down, they can deal with them. You know, I wanted to mine. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to deal with battle. So it for some strange reason it works. Yeah. So I've just continued to dig down. We're coming across a lot of silver now. I think we're up to silver, so we can make silver pickaxes. I make 12 because that's how many I've got. We come across another worm. This one doesn't bother me as much, so I'm just going to let him keep spawning instead of putting a totem down. And continue on my merry way. Now that we've got an absolute butt ton of ore, we can make whatever we want, so I need 12 of those. Yeah. What I'm going to do is put... And I want to overhaul the entire base, so let's just... Well, we're going to make some food first, and then we'll skip ahead to what the base looks like after. Okay, so there we go. That's pretty much what I want done. And it looks nice and cozy. And that should give us 100% on our home comfort. Well, we don't have enough beds, so probably not. It'd probably be like 98, because you need enough beds to support your dwarves. And I don't have enough. And I got another dwarf. Yeah. out of a Pandora's box. But this one wasn't a warrior. This one was an archer. I don't know where that happened. I'll have to go back and see if I can cut it forward. So we're just farming up some wood, and we're going to take on this tree ant by accident. Well, I actually do click on him, but he spawns all those ticks, and yeah. So he'll get harder and harder, you know, throughout the game. You shouldn't... I got rid of these dirt patches, but he'll spawn his own dirt patch. He always spawns on the same level. So, yeah. And there's another glitch with the Monkey King. He cannot break anything. He can kill anything, but he cannot break anything. I don't even think he can break a spider web. Or a crop. No, he can't. I know he can't break a crop. But yeah, I don't think he can destroy a spider web. I think I actually lose a dwarf here. I do. How nuts is that? But yeah, we cleaned him up. The reason I'm farming that dragon is because I want the fire essence. Even though you can get them from down in the mine. And as I've told you before, this is how you plant your crops. 6 tiles at a time. Don't tell them to fill it out all by themselves. It'll take them ages. Even if you've got wine or beer, you know, speeding them up, it just takes forever. So this is roughly 190, 200 wheat. And we've got paladin, so we're going to put the paladin in there. And that's not my new... Yeah, that's my new dwarf. He spawns with a sword, but he has the ability to be an archer, which is really strange. So, yeah, we're going to fix that. We're going to find him the best bow that I can get. And that'll be him sorted. We don't have the best weapon that we can get for him at the moment, but we do have a flamethrower, so we'll give him that. And then I'll upgrade him later. Okay, so we've got the best bed in the game. And we're starting to level up stuff in our library. So we'll put all these beds in. Need some bricks, which is leveling up in the tech tree. Yeah, we need some more paper. Can't make that much. We need water. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to do this. A lot of people, someone asked in one of the videos, why do I make this thing? What is that for? I'll show you what it's for. So first off, if you don't have much water, you start like this. It only costs 5 water. I want mine to be nice and big, so I'm creating it even bigger. And as you can see, infinite water. All you need is a portal and either a hero or a diving helmet, and they can go pick it up. So you portal in there and they'll pick it all up. And then when you think you got enough, you fill out the rest of this and it becomes even more efficient. So you can get up to 999 real quickly. And I'll show you what that looks like. As you can see, they're picking it up now. They're having a little bit of difficulty, but you know, that's just what happens. And library remnants found. Okay. And, you know, they're collecting a lot of water, so I should be able to fill up that water tank, infinite water source, and go from there. Okay, so I just got enough water. Fill it up. There we go. Get rid of this block. Oop, that didn't work. Come back here, fill it up again. There we go. Alright, now, all you do is do that. No diving helmet, that means that there's too many diving helmets being used. I've only got 6, I think. So, yeah. And what I do is I put the water on my taskbar so that I can see how much they've made, you know. I think I even go up to 999 here. So we'll quickly skip ahead to that. Okay then, so we're about to get the best bow in the game. The only way to get the lightning bow is to unlock one of these doors. So you use the sigils. You get sigils from attack monster waves. You need to kill all the monsters and a sigil will drop. So I've killed plenty of waves, and yep. We get a blood sword, and we get some lightning, I think, from that one. We should have anyway. Yeah, we got the lightning bow. So now that we can make the lightning bow, I don't know if I'm going to make it here, but I'm just fucking around in the tech tree. We get the blood sword, which is another new item. And there's another one called the frost sword, I think. Freezing sword or something like that. Which freezes enemies. The blood sword makes them bleed for like 10% of the damage of the sword per second for 10 seconds. Something like that. I don't know the specific stats, but the wiki got stopped getting updated a while ago. So yeah, we'll make that lightning bow, and then he should be fully geared. So I haven't made the lightning bow yet, but I got my blood sword for this guy. We're gonna kill this rock devourer. Now, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, this is the other area I was talking about. All these black blocks, you dig them all out. They all drop coal. So that's invaluable. I mean, you can make coal, but it costs a lot of wood. So like, you may as well mine it here. So I use a lot of scaffolding, get rid of all of it. Just mine the whole thing out. It's worth it. It really is. And stone. Yeah, I mean, you do go through a little bit of stone, but not, you know, unless you're using it as a building block. Not exactly. You know, miner's luck. Miner's luck doesn't work on this. So all the coal, I got there. So I don't need those cooking anymore. Yeah, to get the sigils, you have to clear one of these waves. And the last monster will drop a sigil. So we've got the best table in the game. We may as well make those. We're really, you know, we're pretty much end game right now. We just gotta, and then we'll move on to clearing out the map, and then I guess aliens. Okay, so this was a new item that was added in one of the latest patches, 1.6 patch. I didn't make enough. I should have made one more. Ah, damn it. What it does is it will take any food except for berries, red berries, and it will place it so you don't have to constantly refill your tables. So what I figured is, and there's a really cool setup, you can put stuff in between them, so you can put tables for drinks in between them, and above them you can put wine casks, so you can all fit it nicely into a bundle. And I thought that was a pretty cool setup. So, and we've got the last door in the game. Put in this last kiosk, and yeah. Okay, so we've got some fire staffs. Not many. There is a faster way to get fire staffs, but I'll have to show you how to do that soon. And we've got some catapults, so that'll stop the giant throwers. And there we go, that's what I want. That'll get me some more flaming essence. And we'll kill them, and then the dragon will drop down, and we'll kill the dragon. And there is a much easier way than doing this. One of the biggest problems is you can see he's got that bow doesn't work behind these barriers, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is.
But you've got one catapult on each side. That's enough to stop a giant thrower. It really is. Unless you get really unlucky, which is just not going to happen. So this is my setup. I have all the kiosks, then I have all the wine barrels on top, and then I'll put all the nice tables in between to put wine on. And I ran out. I was one short again. Oh, there it is. Okay, so and then yeah, and that yeah. If I didn't run into issues, I could have gotten a lot more wine, but for some strange reason, wine just kept disappearing. I think there is a chance that the kiosk can give wine out, but no one was ever running around with like increased speed. So I was like, where's my wine going? Like, it was weird. I don't know what was going on. It was like it was expiring, like in real life. So yeah, once you get Magic Collect, which is really late in the game, it becomes really easy to farm this water. Just wait until it fills up a little bit, collect it all, and you get up to 999 real quickly. 973, 99. There we go. Okay, so we've basically got everything we wanted. Now, this is my strategy for farming dragons. Just dig a hole, dig another one, put a bridge there, and then they'll come up, and you can collect their fire essence. You can also get some gold coins while you're at it. If they die over the bridge, it'll just fall through, which is a way you can actually set your base up. You have your stockpile down the bottom, and you have everything built on bridges, and every item that gets made falls down to where your stockpile is. Makes it real quick and easy to pick everything up. But that requires building above ground, and like levels like level 4 don't really... level 4 doesn't like you building above ground. So yeah, the way I build is pretty much for every level, not just... yeah. Be careful with these bridge strategies. If you click on a dragon, make sure it's staying up there. If it looks like it's going to go down there, unclick the dragon. They can be a bastard to click on, so like if you're having a lot of difficulty, just slow the game speed down. And as you can see now, I'm getting a lot of whip staffs now. I need 12, so, and that'll do it. I've got, what, 6 or 7 right now? So I'm just having a look. I need eggs. I need to find some eggs that are unguarded. Okay. So I'll remember that, and I'll wait for them to... I'll clear out a couple more dragons. And then all I gotta do is clear out this side of the map. And we're almost done. Okay, so this is how I collect my eggs. Put a portal down, click on the egg, and then magic collect it. Cause otherwise it could fall in the lava. Like that one. That one was going to fall in the lava. So you only need about 3 eggs. That's enough for 10 potions of resurrection and 1 for the jar of souls, or whatever it's called, soul keeper. Alright, so we found the portal. I think we've killed 2 guardians, so this will be our 3rd. That one was... it's a joke, like what damage I'm doing right now with those fire staffs. Fire whip staffs, or whatever they're called. So I'm just digging this area out. And I'm pretty sure that's my 3rd scroll. Oh, 4th. One of the guardians dropped 2 scrolls, so... yeah, I'm not sure how many I got. I don't know why that wouldn't work, but whatever. So I go to pick my next hero. I decide to go with Hotch. I can't remember his name. Oh, it was just there. He increases melee damage by 10%. I don't know if he increases mage damage and archery damage, but he definitely increases melee damage. When you're every now and again, you got to see what I mean about the respawning dirt. The treant will respawn on that same level all game. So I'm just going to make it so that it's easy to traverse, because I like everything to be nice and organised, but that unfortunately can't be. Okay, so basically still just digging. You would have seen the skill page there at the on the left hand side of the technology tree. Um, what I focus on first is the speed technology first. The reason I do that is because that increases how fast you research technology, how fast you train skills, how fast you make items, and I think, and I'm not 100% on this, but I think it increases the time that you sleep. Not increases, decreases the time that it takes for you to sleep to recover health. But I definitely know those first three are real. It decreases the time required to train skills, which when I found that out, I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. Like, which, you can level up to like a level 100 real quickly. It also increases how fast you research the scrolls, like at the library. So you can. I cheated one day and I got myself as much gold as I wanted. I wanted to see how high I could get it. I was literally researching tech trees in a second. I got to like 10,000% speed. It was nuts. So yeah, speed, you do get it to at least 200% production speed, and then you focus on your health. You focus on, if you think you're going to go over level 100, especially with heroes, because heroes start out at level 100. Well, not all of them. Some of them do. The ones that are fluent in combat do, like Monkey King and Paladin and Magni, Hitchcook. Um, they all start at 100, but Nostradwarfus doesn't. Burner doesn't. It's really weird how they're both spellcasters, but anyway, they don't start at level 100. But if production cap, skill cap, you don't actually have to throw much into that. You can probably throw about 60% into that, and that's enough. So yeah, that's just a couple of pointers when it comes to technology tree. Like you want to be focusing on hardening. You want your dwarf health to be as high as possible, but you need a little bit of production speed to get that going at an acceptable rate, and that also increases your training speed as well. So it's a win-win for everyone. And I've got everything now. I've cleaned up the whole map. I should start focusing on aliens soon. So I'm fully geared. I've got everything I want. I've got my jar of souls or soul keeper or whatever. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's bring on some aliens, eh? And we'll play with that for a bit. We haven't done the pirate ship yet. We'll do that later. There it is. So they should show up in about 5 minutes. I'm putting some testicles here because if I accidentally kill the goblin camp again, they'll help get rid of them. So that's my thinking there. So yeah, 2 minutes, and then the aliens will arrive. I got a little bored waiting, so I decided to make a fish pond. Well, a reservoir, I guess you could call it, or a nursery. I'm going to fill it up with water, and then I remembered, oh, wait a minute, ogres and stuff like that spawn down the bottom of these things, and they always bash on the bricks and try and get out. So I'll build some Tesla coils, wait until they're done. I think they're pretty quick here. Yeah, there we go. And then just, yeah,
Just keep building some water, or putting some water in. Testicle, testicle, testicle. There we go. That should be enough. Right, so, and then we fill this dam up, and it basically infinite fish. And it's completely defended. 2 testicles. Nothing's going to touch that. Also, when I get the pirate ship, these 2 testicles will take care of anything that comes off the ship. Although on a harder setting, I wouldn't rely on 2 testicles. I think 5 can hardly handle what comes off the ship. I think I played it on Nightmare, and yeah, they were killing a testicle every 15 minutes or so. So yeah, there's my reservoir. You know, there's about 10 fish in there. Well, probably 6 or 7 fish, I don't know. But they'll respawn quicker than I can fish them out, so yeah. And, oh no, the aliens have landed. I must have missed that. So now we're going to go take on the aliens. And this first one actually kicks my ass. It's one of the biggest problems with first getting in there. You got to destroy these force fields. I use scaffolding like this because they can't destroy the ground if you're standing on scaffolding. These flying things are alright to deal with, it's just those big guys. But the biggest problem is taking dot damage the whole time you're in here. Like, look at all their health bars, they're all taking damage from the explosions, from being in a toxic environment. It's crazy. So this thing here, it expands the dirt and turns all the dirt around it into green dirt, radioactive dirt. So it's like terraforming. And I noticed I had the door there, so I should probably put the doors on. So that machine terraforms. The other machine controls the security. And it also stops portals from magic from being cast, like a pyramid. But you can place scaffolding, so that counts. I don't know why, but yeah, we'll take another shot at it soon. Okay, so since I got my ass handed to me, I've set up this training facility. Now, to train every dwarf at the same time, just press Control T. That trains them. You can do the same with sleep, eat, all that. Control S for sleep. I don't know what Control Eat is. I think it might be E, it might not be. But yeah, you look up shortcut keys, and I don't know why my Monkey King is just doing nothing. So yeah, every so often just press Control T and just get them farming. Just set up some fishing. They've fished 5 times so far, and I'm just getting as many as I want. Which is pretty good. And I should really set up an egg farm, but I'm not doing that. Maybe later. So yeah, Control T. I'm buying some ore here because I want to make some more. I want all of my dwarves able to train at the same time. So I need 4 more in order to do that. 4 more training facilities. Okay, so a Pandora's box just appeared, and I'm going to open it, and I got an earthquake. Now this is one of the most annoying things, other than snow melting in the 2nd level. These earthquakes, you got to get rid of well, you don't have to get rid of the rocks, but if they're on top of something, you can't get rid of them unless you get rid of the thing that's underneath, in some cases. So you'll see, like, some of these buildings will disappear, and some of the training facilities will disappear, and it's just really fucking annoying. Yeah, like that disappeared, that one there disappeared.
all my laboratories disappeared. It's just, yeah, it's a hassle. So that's, the Pandora's box can be really rewarding, but it can also be a pain. So I'm going to go back in here. I've trained up about 40 levels on every dwarf. And look, they're dealing so much more damage now. Just got to clear the place out. That machine up the top, that one that I've got my mouse on right now, that one does not allow you to use any magic, and also powers the whole area. So that'll shut down the shields, it'll turn off the alarm as soon as I kill it. Yeah. Okay, so all the shields turned off. You gotta kill everything twice. It's really, really annoying. I don't know. I'm just not really impressed with this alien update. I just thought it would be a lot better than it was. It's because it's not really that great. I just thought it would be a lot better than it is. You want to get all this radioactive stuff. That's usually in the green dirt, or it'll be like a plant. There's some down here. There's another monster, another alien in there. Kill him. Take all the wires. The plants. Get rid of that automatic thing. There's another alien down there. I should kill him too. Yeah, make sure you get all these radioactive plants. Radioactive ore is actually quite hard to come across. You need it to make radioactive bars, or whatever they're called, something like that. Yeah, so I pretty much got everything. Oh, don't go down there. No, too close to the lava. Never, don't muck with lava. Now I can create 2 fabricators. I want 3, but we'll just make 2 at the moment. And all my wine barrels have all died, so yeah, now we can start. We need steel bars, alright. And there you go, so we took on our first alien colony and won. Okay, so this spawned while I was training to take on the first one. Now we're going to break in here and look, I've got all these force fields. Hopefully we can kill this guy before he hides. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Now there's another one. Oh, he fell down. I don't know if he died. Oop. Does that mean another drop pod? Yep. Okay, so there's another base that we have to be wary about. Yeah, one of the biggest problems about these guys is whenever their shots hit dirt, it actually evaporates the dirt. I decided I was going to make every dwarf from here on out is going to be ranged or melee, or you know, it's just going to be alien orientated. I'm not going to go with the mage thing. In fact, I've actually started buying mana generators, regenerators, so that I can change all my gear into alien gear. And as you can see, I'm having, you know, it is difficult, and I found out that this is the best shield in the game. The alien gear is not more defensive than mithril gear. Having said that, while you're under alien, while you're in the aliens' bases, you actually take damage per second. But if you're wearing the alien gear, you don't. So that's the biggest benefit to having it on. But having said that, mithril gear is actually better, which I think is stupid. If you're going to add endgame content, at least make the content that's in there better. Than that shield is the only thing that's better. Oh, and the sword and the gun. But the armor is not. And the flying gear, well, we already have flying stuff. We have wyverns. You can make wyverns. So you just need a nest, and well, you just kill the goblins twice, and there you go. You can start having wyverns. So yeah. So we've basically already taken over this base. There's one above us, so we'll skip to attacking that one. I'm going to turn this one into an archer and get a laser gun on him or her. And give him the best shield. Probably give him the alien sword. Now, I think the alien sword does damage per second, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So it's time to start working on this third drop pod, or alien invasion. So we just got to get through these portals. Not portals, force fields. And then we're into this room. And it's got like two basements with a up above, but they're losing too much HP going in and out, so. But there we go, we turned them off. We should be alright now. Look how much HP they lose when something explodes. Like, that's nuts. I think this takes me 2 shots to kill. But look how close it is to my base. Like, wow. This is actually the last drop pod that I encounter. I don't know why. I can explain what I think is the problem, but yeah. Another thing that the terraforming machine does is it also spawns those flying robots or aliens. Those things that I just clicked on there. They spawn them periodically, but not too often that you have to worry about it. See, everyone's gone to sleep. They're all recovering, and now they're coming back. And I've got a couple of things in the work. I'm gonna upgrade all their armor. Got him with the sword. Ooh, yeah. Tell them all to go back and just wait, and then they'll all come back fully HP'd up. So I think they're ready to attack again. I got some helmets. This will reduce the damage they take by 1/3. And they just got to survive through this one explosion, which does a little bit of damage, but not that much. And now to get rid of everything else. Got to click on everything twice because for some strange reason that's just how it works. Radioactive ore up there. Yeah, so I really did wish that there's the magic generator or the matlet. I think it's the security system. I think that's what best describes it. It's a security system. So we're gonna get down here and destroy that and collect pretty much everything that we need from this place. I do mine all this out, but that's just, I'm not going to show that because it's just a way, ended up being a waste of time. I didn't get any ore or anything like that from it. And it takes forever to mine it all out. Like, all these blocks take 2 hits to destroy. And when I mean 2 hits, I mean it takes like 5 hits to get it down once, and then you got to double click on it again, and then you got to click on the back block, and then you got to click on the back block again. Like, it's 4 times you got to mine the same block. So it's really annoying to get rid of these alien structures. Just looking for alien ore. make some burgers or something with a lot of the stuff that I get. So yeah, now I can make a lot of these chips and a lot of motors. So I'll get them doing that. And then we should be able to make some boots, I think. Yeah, we'll find out. So I just got given Midas touch on this dwarf. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for dirt. Just destroyed dirt. Those earthquake blocks don't count, but as you can see, it all turns to gold. So, and eventually it'll stop working, and there you go. So that's what Midas touch does from the Pandora's box. Okay, so it turns out that I was wrong. I do get one more alien invasion, and so. And the security system is the first room I come across, which is awesome. Because you turn off that security system, then you can just walk around and kill everything pretty quickly. And I've got better armor now. They're taking a lot less damage. Except for the explosions. The explosions are still doing a lot of damage. I also leveled up my dwarves a little bit. About 40 points to their mage and archery and all that nonsense. It's pretty disappointing to find that this is only basically one level. We get quite a bit of stuff here, but you know, not enough to really. So we just got to finish this off, and then yeah, we'll be done with it. Okay, so now that I'm done with the aliens, I'm just going to show you what I do when it comes to the pirates. You need scaffolding, you need dirt, and you need concrete. Not concrete. Cobblestone. So you roughly estimate where the cannonball's going to go. You build it a little bit, you know, just so that you can build one block at a time. I'm building two together, I don't know why. You can build as many as you want. Basically, I just AFK'd and went and had dinner. You know, when this stuff is going on, you can do whatever you want, depending on how long you set it up for. Like this is set up for about, I don't know, about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. You'll get a little bit of extra depending on randomization. If vines grow, then a cannonball will hit the vine, and you'll see what I mean once we get into the... And you need 4 Tesla coils to set up this farming trick. This will basically handle any level. So even if you're on Nightmare, it only takes 4 Tesla coils. The reason for that is because where I'm going to show you to put them, the Tesla coils are immortal. They cannot be hurt or anything. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to place some scaffolding like this. You need the do not pass sign. I can't put that there. So put the sign a little bit further over, which I did. Just stops them going in there. You don't want to aggro the boss. The boss isn't the reason we're here. The reason we're here is because we want to farm. Okay, so alright, they've been put there. Alright. So grab a hero. And only level 2 Tesla coils. Don't go level 3. Because level 3 will shoot and bounce 3 times and it'll hit the boss. So level 2 Tesla coils, they'll never reach the boss. It's an infinite farm. as long as you can stop the cannonballs from hitting your base. And if you build underground, even better. It'll never hit your base. So you don't have to build up all these walls that I built up. But yeah, it'll just keep killing. And upgrade your pets to imps. I've taken them down at the moment. They in the alien patch they get stuck. So the way to fix them is to remove the house and put the house back. That fixes them. If an imp gets stuck, just do that. Real quick fix. It does work. So yeah, see, cannonball hit the first block. It broke 2. No skin off my cheeks. You know, that's fine. You can use imps to collect it. You can buy whatever you want. Like the gold that I'm getting is just nuts. You can buy anything from the shop except for the alien gear and specialty weapons, but which I reckon they should add. But you know, whatever. So everyone's got their armor on now, and I didn't have enough to make boots, but yeah. So basically, what happens from this point onwards? The alien ship. I do this for about an hour. Farm up about, I don't know, 400, 500 gold. And the alien ship comes back to invade, but for some strange reason it just doesn't drop anything. No alien pods at all. So I think the pirate ship bugged it out, or if you look at the map, it's already dropped everywhere that it can. So the map's full. So there's nowhere for it to drop. Airborne. That's just goblins attacking. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know why I wasn't able to get any more invasions. So basically the game is over. I bugged it out. Not that I can't win. I can obviously win. You can build the portal no matter what I'm doing here. Just with all the gold. And this is good for brains as well. The more brains you get, the more you can level up with your scrolls and all that. So here's the invasion, and it never drops, never. It literally goes for like, I waited and waited and waited and waited. And then I got rid of the pirates, and I waited and waited and waited, and it still didn't. I've reset the game, waited, I don't know. So either the map is too full and no more portals, no more drop pods can drop, or something about farming the pirates for too long messed up the code, and now the alien invasion won't work anymore. So yeah, I didn't have enough resources to show you how to get rid of the aliens, which you can only do once. Once you call the aliens, you get all the weaponry, get all the drop pods, you know, you fight off the alien invasion, you get the gun that shoots down the aliens, and the aliens disappear. They will never come back. Ever. You can build another sensor if you want, they won't come back. Which is really unfortunate. I think that's one of the biggest problems with the patch, with the DLC. The fact that you can literally turn it off and it won't ever come back on again. You should be able to call them back. Like, yeah, I just don't understand that. It just, yeah. So I sit here for ages just farming it. So this is basically the infinite gold farm. Also, it gives you infinite ore because you can recycle these weapons like this. You get the guns as well, which I'll show you in a sec. The guns are on the last page. I'm just going through everything. There the guns are 29. You end up with a lot more than that, but so that's basically it. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to remove that do not pass sign. Yep, just get rid of it, and we're going to attack and get rid of the pirates because I'm done farming. I bought a hero, burner, placed him. Bought a couple other things. Before you do anything, get rid of the Tesla coils, destroy them, the ones that are above, because otherwise the pirate ship will take it with them. It'll remove them from the game. So you may as well get something back and yeah, destroying those Tesla coils. So yeah, another thing, if you see, I've got my drawbridges. I've decided to actually see what they're used for, and as you can see, I've tried to use them. They're not doing much. Um, yeah, I can at least say that much. Another question that a lot of people ask is, when this pops up, something fascinating but incomprehensible happened. What happened is you got an item in your inventory that you can equip to a dwarf to increase your stat. There's like 4 of them. So if that ever pops up, just check your dwarf, check their inventory, and you'll see what item you got. So there's that I just got the compass, which increases something, mining, and something else. Yeah. So I'm just fixing up my moat, and I noticed that the water was just leaking out, because water leaks if it's not around solid stone. But now I've got my moat up and running. I can officially say that I reckon the drawbridge is one of the most nonsense things that they've added. I cannot see a point for it. If you're wondering why it's not next to the doors, it's because you literally can't put them next to the doors. Those 2 squares are occupied by the drawbridge. Another thing, you might be able to put them on the opposite side, like the way I've got them, but around the other way. But I'm not 100% sure on that. They can't destroy the drawbridge. But yeah, they just look like they're meant to be attached to your building, and you can't do that. You can't even use them as doors. I tried to use them as a door, and they don't register as doors. So they're practically useless. I tried closing it, and a skeleton went down and started attacking the bottom of the well, the bottom of the moat. So I just think they're pointless. If you can come up with a solution or something that you think the drawbridges are useful for, let me know down in the comments down below. So I've reduced the game speed down. These are all the end results of what I got up to. Almost everyone's got alien gear on. I've still got some boots on. Everyone's got the best axe and the best, oh, not everyone, but bar 1 or 2 dwarves. They've all got end game equipment. Yeah, so it did pretty well. So that was my new video with my new computer. 60 frames a second, recorded and played on 60 frames a second. We just put this portal back together, and then, yeah. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Do let us know down in the comments what you thought, and whether or not I should continue this series again. The plans are to move on to something else like Final Fantasy IX with mods, which I've really wanted to do for a very long time. But anyway, as always, be good to your mother, and I'll see you next time. Peace.